hate making these kind of videos, but I want to be fully transparent with you guys at all times. Not good news, guys. So it's the next day, I'm back in the studio obviously, and I've got more dead crystal red shrimp. So yeah, there's one laying down there, look, not doing great, and the snails are on that one, and I can see one at the back there that's sort of upside down as well that I don't think's doing too well. Well, I'm sat there thinking, what the hell's going on? All the other tanks are doing really well. So I tested the water. So I'd done a quick water test. It turns out the nitrate and the ammonia had spiked. That is what's causing the shrimp to die. So ordinarily you wouldn't do a big water change on a shrimp tank because it could shock the shrimp, but they're going to die if I don't do it quickly anyway, because those numbers are not right. I don't know what's happened there. It's just happened. Whatever. Who cares why it's happened at this stage anyway? Let's just get that water out and refill it. I'm going to use a water conditioner and temperature check just to make sure that the water going in is completely the same or correct. Right, that's most of the water out. Now, I was going to just fill it up with tap water, but I've got a better idea. So this tank here, guys, is my Asian fish aquarium. It's doing fantastic. Plants are fully healthy, loads of fish in it, established for a long time. I've just done a water test on it. So that's the test there. Sorry, focus. That's the test there from the shrimp tank, and that's the test there from that tank, the Asian fish tank. So you can see there is 0 ammonia, 0 nitrates, which means there are probably 0 nitrites as well. I mean, we can safely assume, I've only tested the ammonia and nitrate, but we can safely assume there's nitrite in the water in the shrimp tank. So all of that out, I'm going to fill it up with the water from this tank. Sorry, I'm struggling to speak because I'm trying to do this quickly, but I want to learn from this and, you know, document the experience so I can be better. That's what we want to do. We want to be better. So I'm going to take out the water from here to fill that up, and then I'll just top this one up afterwards. Click subscribe. Okay, hopefully that does a good job. Maybe it's too late. I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell. But, like, you know, I make mistakes, guys. Was this a mistake by me? Possibly. Probably. I don't know. But we had those few die off, didn't we, earlier on, as you saw in the video. Maybe that caused the ammonia spike. I don't know. Either way, hopefully we can sort it. It's a bit strange because I did 2 water changes already this week of just about like 20%, not even 20% actually, with fresh water, and there didn't seem to be a problem. Then out of the blue, that happens. Maybe some overfeeding. Maybe there's 40 adult shrimp in this size tank that's, let's face it, pretty new setup. Was too much. Either way, I've got to learn from these lessons and make sure that I perform better in future. It's all part of the learning process. I'm sad that some of the shrimp died, obviously, but I've got to take what I can from this. Right, it's the next day, guys, and we seem to have resolved the issue. Now, I don't want to jump the gun, but let me explain to you guys why I'm saying that. So yesterday, when we first saw the... Oh, hang on, let me turn that light off. Yeah, yesterday when we first came in and I was looking at the shrimp, they just weren't doing anything. They were completely still. Now look at them now. They're all over the place. They're like, you know, tapping. tap it in.
Tap it in. Just tap it in. Give it a little tappy.
Happy Gilmore. Yeah, they're all over the place. They're just foraging like crazy. Everything is looking really good. I did put some food in as well, which they've already eaten. Well, they weren't eating at all before, so it looks like I got on top of it and I've solved the issue. Now, I probably lost about 10 shrimp that I know I picked out. There probably was more, and a couple of them have been eaten or hidden down in little gaps. Either way, it's not good, but hopefully I've resolved the issue, and I still don't really know what the issue was. Maybe 20 shrimp was too much, because 20 shrimp in this one, 20 shrimp in that one there, and also 20 shrimp in that one there, and we've had no problems at all. I've tested the water in all of these tanks as well, just to make sure that it wasn't like a recurring thing. This is the only tank that had all these spikes. I guess maybe there was 40 shrimp versus 20 shrimp. Maybe that was too much, and it caused a couple to die. A couple to die caused ammonia spikes. Everything just shot up just like that. A small volume of water at the end of the day. Smaller volumes of water are harder to manage, remember that. But, you know, I already thought I was like skilled enough to get around that. Maybe I was, maybe I wasn't. Maybe it's a one-off thing, and hopefully I've learned from it. You know, you just got to learn. If accidents happen, take what you can from it, move on. Hopefully we've sorted it now. So Timmy's new tank has been set up for about 2 weeks now. Looks like an algae bomb's gone off. So yeah, you can see, look, on the rocks there, look, there's a ton of algae. We're also having a little bit of a diatom phase. So I've done a few things to sort this out. Remember, I did have a spray bar that was going all the way across the top about there. Well, I extended the pipe down like I said I was going to, so that we've just got a sort of lily pipe, duckbill outlet, just spraying straight into the water, and that's pushing all the water this way, and it comes all the way to the front and then goes back around. And you can see that it's working by the fact that it's stripped some of the diatoms off and is actually traveling all that way. Oh, hello, buddy. You just come out of nowhere. You all right? Good morning. It's very early. It's like 6:30 at the moment. He wants to be fed. I'll feed you in a second. Let me just finish saying what I'm saying first. So I've cut back on this light basically. I had both lights running for 12 hours. Now this light isn't very powerful and it wouldn't cause all of this algae. No way, no chance. Not especially if we've only got little Timmy in there and he's not even generating a lot of waste, is he? But so I've actually cut this one back. So I'll put this back on now for 8 hours so it comes on later in the day, a basking area for him. I mean, I have not once actually seen Timmy properly basking. He's had his head poking out the water a few times, but yeah, that's all right. We've got to still provide it just in case he does want to do that, because they rarely do bask, these musk turtles. But he is very happy, I think, with this scape. I see him so much more in this simple setup. I think it's better to go for a simple swim area for the turtles, and you get to see them more. Nothing's in their way. He does seem genuinely or generally more happy. Look, see? He's just smiling away. Hey, buddy. I'm so happy today. Look at him. He's so cute. I mean, he is one of my favourite animals I've ever kept. Pancho was awesome as well. Oh, by the way, everyone keeps asking where's Pancho. I told you guys in a previous video, there was something wrong with Pancho that neither I or a vet could work out. So he has gone to someone who's very experienced, could try and work it out if he can get him better, because he wasn't using his back legs at all, which sounds like an impaction. There was no impaction. He had a scan. There's nothing stuck in him at all, so we couldn't work it out. Look at that reflection of the rock on the water. That looks great, doesn't it? Anyway, simple fix for this, just a case of brushing off the algae that's here now, and that diatom phase is actually over now. So this diatoms was what generated, and there's no more generating on top. So once we clean it up, it should stay pretty good. Okay, there we go. Timmy's pad looking sweet, super clean. Didn't take too long at all. So that's the beauty of having such a simple sort of setup, is that you can just clean stuff really, really quickly. That took 10 minutes, including the water change. Timmy's got a bit spooked now. I was going to feed him for you and show you because he eats so cute, but he's gone. Where's he gone? I can just see his shirt. You won't be able to see it. He's just tucked in there. I'll get him out. Well, I mean, I'll tease him out with some food. I can see him back there. So what I tend to do is make this clicking noise in the water, and he can hear it. I can see him in the reflection of that glass in that back corner. Here he comes. How cute is that? He will definitely drop that in a minute, but it's okay. He hides around there. He likes to eat it round in that corner. I think that's because it stays sort of locked in where those plants are and doesn't float up too high. And he can just munch on it. It goes soft and then he eats it. Oh, he seems to love this stuff. But yeah, tank looking pristine. Love it. So it's now been 3 days since we had the first dive for the shrimp. Let's have a look at how they're getting on now. So yeah, everything is looking really tidy. The shrimp seem to be really, really active as well, which is just what you want. So that's going to be one of my first signs if there's ever problems, and something I think you should pay attention to as well. Like if the shrimp are all staying still and not even pecking, then you know there's an issue. There should be things like what you can see here. Shrimp just climbing around, pecking on different things. That is normal. Shrimp should be pretty much moving at all times, and if they're not, then you know you've got a problem. So like down here, for instance, we've got our cherries, and they're just pecking away in that corner, moving about. Got some more over here. These guys are doing really well. I only lost one of these in the end, and it had that sort of ring around the shell where it tried to molt, and it obviously didn't. Sometimes that happens, but it hasn't happened again, so the water parameters are pretty good. Now back over to the tigers. Again, doing really well, getting along well with the killies, but like I say, the clown killifish are actually growing now, so I don't think it's going to be long before I need to sort of separate the two, because if the tigers have any babies, I think even at this size, the killifish could pick them off, which is not what we want, is it? Especially with such amazing and expensive shrimp. But that's cool. That doesn't matter. That's, whoa, look at the size of this bad boy. But that's cool. You know, that was the plan anyway. It was just a temporary thing. So all of these will be scaped and everything very shortly. Look at this killie. This is the Australi. G'day. He looks so cool. He's such a good looking fish. Probably the best looking fish other than the discus that I own, and the Grammy, and the bettered. Well, alright, they're all good, okay? Okay, sneak preview time for all of you. Look behind me. The Amazon tank has been built. Well, the stand has anyway. Look at that. I went for a dark wood just to simulate sort of like, you know, the nature, like the Amazon, the forest, the woods. So we've got a 4-foot tank, a nice little bit of foam for it to sit on. So today's job, I'm going to be adding the black background. Amazon tanks, they need a black background, don't they? Also going to be sorting out the lighting, and I'm going to be using my DIY floodlight method that I use for the angelfish tank, because it works so well, and I've got them available, and they're really cheap, and it's something everyone else can do as well. So that's why I want to put those looping over in the middle sections there as well. Plus, I love the colours they give, and that spotlight effect is going to give a really good shimmer to simulate the Amazon sort of flow that you get. Oh, this one's the plant storage, so there's loads of Amazon swords and bigger sort of leaf plants that we can put into the Amazon tank. But there's going to be a lot of wood in here, a lot of open space at the front, and some big swords. I might keep it really simple because you don't get a lot of sort of teeny tiny stemmy plants in the Amazon, do you? So, oh, who am I kidding? We all know it's going to be just full of pearlweed. No, only kidding. There will be a little bit of pearlweed, you know, just for some detail areas, but I must make sure it doesn't look like the Asian fish aquarium, because obviously this one is just full of pearlweed. It looks great, but that's its tank. That's how it looks. That's the look I wanted, and I don't want to replicate the same thing again, so I'll make sure that doesn't happen. You know, another reason is this tank requires a ton of maintenance, and you know, when you've got as many tanks as me, it's quite hard to keep up with that. I mean, pearlweed again. Oh, we've got some more pearlweed obviously over with Timmy as well, but that's only a little bit of detail in the back, adding a little bit of greenery. I'm not bothered about that at all. Well, I'm not bothered about any of them, but you know what I mean. And as I'm talking here, I've just spotted Ember over here. Ember? Yes, I'm going to clean your tank in a minute. We've got a little bit of algae in there. Absolutely fine, just chilling out. You want to be fed? Do you want some food? Yeah, I think you do want some food, don't you? Okay, I'll feed you. And obviously the goldfish are getting a massive rescape and awesome tank soon. Bit of diatoms, bit of green dust algae in here. Not an issue at all. Water quality and water parameters are spot on. So sometimes I think what happened is I cleaned the filter out too much. Do you know what I mean? I actually, not in tap water obviously, but I completely cleaned the sponges in tank water. And after I did that, I got this massive algae bloom of diatoms. It was almost like starting the tank all over again. So yeah, I guess you can over clean your filters. Need to be aware of that. I'm never going to do that again, to be honest. Just a little dip and a squeeze out. What I did was I got all the sponges and just vigorously rubbed them together to get them completely clear, and it probably wasn't the best idea, but never mind, you live and learn. But that is it for this one, guys. As always, if you haven't already, click the like, subscribe button, and I will see you on the next one.